Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and this is the heaviest rain we've seen on this trip so far. We're at Piney Campground on Kentucky Lake in Tennessee. And the rain is forecast to continue heavy at times till about 3 o'clock. So we're pretty much grounded for a while. But we will drive out today and head north a little bit to Kenlake State Park. We'll be camping there tonight. The good news, for the next few days, the forecast is calling for bright sunshine. And look at that, we found some bison in the Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area, right on the side of the road here. It is a fenced-in area, so they can't really leave, but looks like they have a pretty good place to roam around. And I guess they increased the population here. So our first buffalo on our 3-month journey across the country. We find them here in Tennessee. We've arrived at Kenlake State Park in Kentucky. And we have a campsite right here on Kentucky Lake, just north of the bridge here that crosses at Aurora, Kentucky. So the rain has stopped today, which is nice. And this is our site. So our plan is to have some breakfast out here on our little deck tomorrow morning. Really an amazing site. And here we can see the bridge that crosses the lake. Sunny in the morning. We're looking forward to that breakfast. Let's see if we can make it happen. Breakfast on Kentucky Lake. And here we have the mighty tugboat pushing these 4 or 8 barges full of, looks like dirt. How that tugboat can do it, I don't know. A little tugboat that could. There he is. Now there's a thunderstorm trying to come through. But right behind it are those sunny skies we're waiting for. Wow. Water on the lake is getting choppy. Sunrise at Kenlake State Park. What we're looking at here is an actual archaeological site at Wickliffe Mounds in Kentucky. It's a prehistoric site dating back to 1100. And a few interesting things about this. Those circles are post holes. So that would be to form walls or houses. This area here, all these things marked 1B, those are infant burial sites. all the actual remains have been moved, but those, remember, this is a actual archaeological site, so that's where all the infants, or many infants in these spots. Every one of those rectangles. So the posts would be for the structures, and then we have the infant burials. What's interesting to me and what I wonder about is there are only infant burials here. Very unique place that we stumbled upon. Here you can see the post holes of a home. And another area of infant burials. This is a burial mound, which they think the Native American Indians of the Mississippian culture, as the sign says, were buried in this cemetery mound sometime in the 1200s. After being removed at one point, the remains were returned here. To my left is a larger mound, and that's the Chief's Mound. The higher mounds were for important people, and they would build their homes on top of it. So right here is the Chief's Mound, and he would have had his home on top of this. Very ancient historical site here. This would have been the chief's home. There's also a ceremonial mound behind this building here. So these are the, I believe you pronounce it, Wickliffe Mounds. Just stumbled across this place and we figured we'd take a look at it. And this is the ceremonial mound. It seems to be the largest on the site. Never been to a place like this. I know throughout the United States there are many of these ancient mounds in different areas. First one I've ever visited. The Wickliffe Mounds. We're right next to the Mississippi River right now, as you can see. We are going to be crossing into Missouri in just a few miles. I don't really know the history of this place, but to me it feels very pagan and sacrificial. And I just hope and pray that wasn't the case. And another note about these ancient Native American Indian mounds is that Lewis and Clark passed through, right through here. So all kinds of history. Also, I know a lot of the eastern tribes on the Trail of Tears came through this area. Some on land and some down the river. The Cherokee and others. I think Chickasaw maybe. Not a happy time there. This is the Laura Ingalls Wilder home in Mansfield, Missouri. This was her final home, as she moved many times during her life. There's another house behind this, about I think 3/4 of a mile away or less. The Stone House, which her daughter Rose had built for her. And it was from that house that she wrote the series of The Little House on the Prairie. But Kathy's in there right now taking a tour. And just thought we'd give you a little view of this house. Very interesting with the something's interesting. I don't know, something. We arrived at Our Journey RV Park in Cannonville, Utah, just outside Bryce Canyon National Park. Camped right behind me. Got these three friends we discovered right across the road. Excellent scenery here. Gonna stay here for a day and a half and kind of regroup, and then head over to Kodachrome Basin State Park, a place we've never been before. So welcome to Cannonville, Utah. And here's our home for a night, 2 nights here in Cannonville. So I have been just out of control filming on this trip, and I just want to share this. I don't know why it's striking me, but we're at a campground here. It's called Our Journey at Bryce Canyon, although we're down in the town of Cannonville right now. And I just find this scene just so relaxing. I mean, today is a day where Kathy and I don't have to go to Walmart. We don't have to do any laundry. We don't have to clean the RV. We have a totally free day. No hiking activities, no bike riding, just a day, 24 hours of nothing. So I just love this spot here. So relaxing. It's right by the road, as you see, but it's not a heavily traveled road, so it's quiet at night. There's a couple of horses across the way over here. And very, very relaxing place here in Cannonville, Utah. We're about 7 miles north of Kodachrome State Park. We'll be heading there tomorrow. And I guess I just wanted to capture this place on film just a little bit. Just love the view. I love this fence. Look out this way, up the road. Cannonville, Utah. The town is very small. This is a decent place to stay right here. All right.
Table right there in the shade.
Here we are at the famous Gifford House. We're heading in to get us some of that famous pie. Probably 2 pies today, and a gazillion when we leave. All right, here's Kathy doing whatever it takes to get her pie. There we go. Swollen knees, everything else. Gotta get that pie. Let's go. All right. Uh-oh, I don't see any. Well, unfortunately, they did in fact run out of pie. So we're gonna have to come back tomorrow early.
Is there anything else in there we can eat?
And that's that. And it's a new day at the Gifford House. Last time we were here, they had no pie whatsoever. Today, we have a happy customer. Well, Miss Kathy, what pies did you get today?
We got the cherry and the peach.
Excellent.
Yesterday we got the berry, mixed berry, and
strawberry rhubarb. All right, so we're up to 4 pies now, so we're doing all right.
One a day.
Okay, let's sit down and eat one of them here. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah. We have to see what they look like.
All right, let's go. Right there on the left, I think we have a spot.
I know. I'm looking. Here we have a cherry pie from the Gifford House. here in Capitol Reef National Park. These are the best pies ever.
Ever.
So this is a cherry pie, and then we have a peach in here, and we have strawberry rhubarb back at the van for tomorrow. And yesterday we had mixed berry. So we're eating a pie a day because they're so good.
Okay.
And they're fresh from the orchards.
This is another orchard right next to our campground. And if you look closely, you'll see 2 deer totally at peace in the shade in the grass. Just ran into this guy on the trail, and he scooted right off as soon as I came. Doesn't look like a rattler, I don't know. I don't see any. All right. And you have a good day, buddy. This is a view of the entrance into the Cohab Canyon after reaching the top of the switchbacks. And this is the view sitting right here at our campsite in Fruta Campground. And we've reached Indiana Dunes National Park. Used to be a state park, now a national park. What we're looking at there is the skyline of Chicago across Lake Michigan. And here is the West Beach of Indiana Dunes National Park. We're just going to spend a few minutes here and head to our campsite. The lake does have a nice bluish color to it today. And the plaque here tells us that Chicago is 28 miles away. Yep, it is. All right, so we're heading off to our campsite for tonight. We'll be back home in New York in a couple of days.